What's going on, guys? It is Corey and
Karen
with Colorado Cold Bloods.
I feel like we're playing that one game where you just say words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do the whose line is it anyway? Where
basically,
they rotate one word at a time.
Yeah. Boy, we're showing our age.
Yep. Okay. I know. I've been old for a long time. So, with that, we are going to jump into the last clutch of the season. So this last clutch of the season, it does fall into the Tristripe grouping. So this one is a special clutch. So this is clutch number 18. It was our female Freckles. Freckles is a Spotnose. She is a Spotnose Pastel, and she is 66% Het for Tristripe. This particular female has given me heartburn for multiple years in a row. I have bred her multiple times to our Hypo Tristripe King. I get lockups and she reabsorbs or just doesn't go every year.
Every year.
Until now. So,
finally.
With this, we did not go to King because she just didn't seem to be accepting of his work. With that in particular, we went with Freckles, who is our Pastel Spotnose 66% Het Tristripe, to our boy Dillinger,
who is a Hypo Pin HRA 100% Het for Tristripe.
Correct. So,
made in-house.
While he is not a visual Tristripe, this was an attempt specifically to try and prove out whether or not she was a full 100% Het for Tristripe. And get past that whole 66%er. We don't have a shed test for Tristripe at the current time. So, good old-fashioned breed them away, and that's what we did.
Do it like they did in olden days?
Yeah.
I feel like that's where we are now.
Yeah. We're nice and old. So, with that, I'm very, very happy to show the results to you. We got some pretty cool babies out of this. We have the options at, they're obviously all going to be Het for Hypo since he's a visual hypo. So we have the chances at HRA, Pinstripe, Spotnose, Pastel. Yeah.
And then proving to see if
obviously
she is
finding out if she is a actual Het
100%.
Tristripe or not.
Yep.
Regardless, at a minimum, if she doesn't prove to be Het Tristripe, we have babies that are all 50% Het Tristripe. And hopefully within the next few months, we will have a Tristripe test to actually be able to check some of these holdbacks that have been populating our racks for a while.
Don't worry, guys. He has sent in probably 100 sheds to, I can't remember who you're sending them to, but he's been sending them in to help.
It's more like 20, 25. But either way, it's only because I can't keep sending them the same sheds from the same animals.
That's true.
They have to have different genetic material. So with that, we are working on that. We're trying to help out where we can for the Tristripe testing. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into the clutch update for clutch number 18. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, give us your comments. Let us know your thoughts on the clutch because I'm very curious to hear your
And unfortunately, unfortunately, however you want to look at it, this is the last video for this season.
At least for
breeding clutch updates. Yes, we're going to try really hard to keep going with videos.
We've got some good ideas coming.
We do have some good ideas. So I think I have a really good idea.
Oh, no.
But we'll see if it actually pans out.
Now I'm terrified.
You should be. It's going to be hot.
Oh dear.
All right. If that says anything.
I'm terrified. Okay, guys. Like I said before, let's go ahead and jump into clutch number 18, and don't forget to share us your thoughts. What is going on, guys? It is Corey with Colorado Cold Bloods yet again. I know I keep repeating that. It's a habit now. So, I hate to tell you, it's probably going to happen a lot more. Anyway, with that, we are on to clutch number 18. This one is our girl Freckles. So, Freckles is a Pastel Spotnose, and she is 66% Het for Tristripe. So, with that, we did pair her to our boy Dillinger, who is an HRA Pinstripe Hypo. that is 100% het for tri-stripe. So the intent behind this is to find out whether or not our girl is actually 100% het for tri. We've been trying for a couple years. She's just not been taken for us. And she finally gave us this beautiful clutch. So this is a clutch of 7 eggs. And so we had 7 shots to prove out whether or not she is or is not het for tri-stripe. So stick around and you'll get to see the results here. Alrighty. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, pick from the pile. Oh, hold on. Lots of lovely tangled little snake babies. All right. First and foremost, we have an HRA pastel. So obviously, like I mentioned, it was a visual hypo adult from the male and Dillinger. So with that, these are all going to be 100% het for hypo. So, alrighty. And with that, let's jump in. You can kind of see what's kind of cool how when you look at an HRA pastel, they almost start to get that pewter look that you get with like your black pastel or cinnamon pastels. So they definitely get a little bit of a different tone to them, but a very beautiful baby. So it's very neat what pastel does with HRA. And obviously HRA is in that complex, so okie dokie. I don't even know where to go next. All right, so we have our pinstripe, and I believe this is a Spotnose pinstripe. 100% het for hypo. All righty. And just because I'm going to have to let the cat out of the bag at some point, we're going to jump into that little nugget. So this baby here, you might guess is a tri-stripe 100% het for hypo. So we have some really, really cool, kind of almost like paradoxing look here going on those sides. It's really wild to see. Very, very cool. So one unfortunate side effect is this baby did come out with a kinked tail. So not sure how well that's going to show up on camera there, but you can definitely see kind of the lump going on right here. So we do have a little bit of a kink there. So unfortunately, this is not going to be a breeder for anybody. So this will be a pet only animal by far. But with that being said, we do have to see, first of all, this is a gorgeous stripe. Deep, dark blacks. I love that kind of paradoxing that's going on. Super unfortunate to see that kink. But you know, in general, we like to see healthy babies, but obviously we're definitely in this to keep expanding our tri project, right? But with this baby, it does prove out that our girl that was 66% het for tri-stripe is now a 100% het for tri-stripe, which is absolutely fantastic to see. This baby right now, we obviously got to get the first meals in for them, and then we'll actually get to see if this baby can digest and pass its meals. So fingers crossed for this baby. Hopefully this turns out all right, and with that, we will move on to the next one. Look at that tri-stripe. Alrighty, so now that the cat's out of the bag, I'll just tell you flat out, any baby that's not a visual tri-stripe is 66% het for tri-stripe, because we have 100% on both sides out of the parents now that we've proven out that female. So, the next one. So, I believe we have another Spotnose pinstripe. And I don't believe this is going to be HRA. You'll see why shortly here. But with that, this could be a real low expression tri, but I don't think it is. I think this is just a very nice expression of the het, personally. And again, you should hopefully see that shortly as to why I believe that. Just very nice little pin with obviously spot nose going on in there. 100% het for hypo. You'll see the color's a little bit brighter on this animal. Not necessarily sure why. Maybe one of them's got the het influence going on. Like I said, you see lots of good indicators on this animal here. This one's got a little bit of linking down there, but not quite super obvious. So if I was a betting man, I'd bet this is our het, or it's absolutely super low expression visual, but I don't believe that's the case. So we get a lot of markers like this on our het, our pinstripe hets. So, alrighty. Next up, we have, oh my goodness, this one here, I believe is going to be the Spotnose HRA Pinstripe. And again, I'll say 66% het tri on this. This is one I go back and forth on. You can see how much linking is going on down that body. I don't know if maybe the, you've got a lot of decent up here by the neck, but really, like I said, you got a lot of good linking, but it's possible that the spot nose is really breaking that up. And because these are the first ones we're kind of hatching between pin and spot, it absolutely, it could be the expression, we just don't know. So, but look at all that glorious striping down that side. Not a ton of breaks on that left side. That right side has a lot more kind of breakage up here, but you still get some decent striping. So hard to know for sure on that, but hopefully we see some genetic tests soon that we can confirm or deny it for that matter. So, because we do want to get the spot nose into the Tri-Stripe project, so if we actually landed one, that would be fantastic for us. So, alrighty. And next up on the docket, we have Pinstripe. So you'll see now what I'm talking about, where while yes, you don't have quite as much striping going down, that blanked out back absolutely gives a heavy indicator that that's Tri-Stripe. You don't have a lot of breakage going on, which means it would normally have that kind of empty sides, right? You've got kind of the flex that would come up off of the belly normally, and then on top of that you have some decent striping up towards the top. This is pretty typical on a lot of the Tri-Stripes in general, is up towards the neck in the front. It's very broken. It's not necessarily actual tri-striped, but then as you get further down the neck, you'll see that striping start to come through. So I believe this is going to be just a straight pin tri. Now, and the reason I say that, so if you even look at our little nugget down here, you can see the stripe doesn't start for a certain length of that body. So that's what I'm talking about on this one here. When you look, that it's pretty broken towards the top, towards the front on the head, but you're still getting a little bit of that attempt, and then it starts to actually connect. So very neat. So, all right, now the one that excites me. This one was pretty stinking cool. So we have, I know, imagine that, it's a pinstripe. So we have an HRA Pinstripe Tri-Stripe. So yet again, this also helped to confirm. Again, you'll see a little bit of breakage at the top here, but then it really connects and goes into that. So this one's going to be a little bit lower expression on those side stripings, but also I think when you start bringing in some of those busy patterns like black pastel or cinnamon, HRA, my hope is to see blitz, hurricane, all that good stuff in there as well. But I believe the more you kind of give it to work with, the more striping you're going to get. Pinstripe is pretty good about that in general, but obviously we can see some pretty reduced pattern pins out there. So with that, the HRA really pulled that back in. What's cool about this too, the HRA is kind of erasing the center of some of these belly spots. That's also something that we've pointed out with a lot of our Tri-Stripe, in general, but I think the HRA is really kind of pulling that blushing up. So anyway, excuse me, there you are. Anyway, so yeah, there we are. We have an HRA Pinstripe Tristripe, 100% Het for Hypo. So new stuff popping out, and we're really excited to start producing from some of these hets we've been hanging on to for a while. I really hope that you enjoyed this. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. We absolutely appreciate you, and we will see you guys in the next video.